Hello YouTubers. Working on the black V10 again, Black Betty. We've got the insulation in the doors so that the rust holes don't leak in cold air. We've got the quad cap doors fixed with the sticky rusted latches. And today I'm working on the wipers. The guy I bought it off of in the middle of last winter. The multifunction switch, turn signal, wipers, and bright lights switch went bad, so instead of going to a junkyard and paying 26 bucks for one, he cut into the wires, and this is your blades. So when the truck is on, you just hook this on here. Oh, actually, here we go. So when I hit that, we got wipers. So I do not want to go through the winter time doing that to have wipers. Yeah, I get it. It's a quick fix, but good Lord, do it right. Get a switch. So I think all I have to do. I was watching another video. I saw there was wiring under here, so I'm gonna take this cowl off and dig in there and splice the wires back together like they used to be, and it should be good. So to get these off, I put the hood down, fold your wiper blades up, and this little switch, this little tab right here, and pull it out, a pair of pliers or a screwdriver, and that'll pop your wiper arms off, and you can get under here and get to looking at what's underneath to inspect it. So that's where we're headed. Alright, so I got the cowl off, and he's got a ground wire running to the back of the motor, and this hot wire running to the back of the motor. So in order to see what he's got done, I got to take his whole linkage off. Lovely, because he has unclipped the factory wiring. So hopefully I can just get those two wires undone, plug the little harness back in, and hopefully it'll work. Number 10 bolts. Yeah, I was hoping for an easy fix. I mean, it is easy, but a quicker fix, like just not having to take everything off to get back in there. But while I got it off, I'm going to make sure everything looks right and works well. On the wiper blade arms, you have to bend them back. Alright, so that's your normal position. You have to go about a third of the way, right there. You have to bend them that much to be able to pull the clip out to get your wiper blades off. So if you can go all the way, these will bend, or pull out rather. So I hit them with PB Blaster and worked them back and forth a bunch so that they won't give me any problems through the winter. So that's how you do that. You have to bend it in order to get that clip, that pin pulled out, so you can get your wiper arms off. Because what happens is, this is, where are you? There you are. The cup that sits on top is cast aluminum, and the bung on top, I believe, is aluminum, and it oxidizes, sort of like rust, but it's more of a calcium buildup. So throw a little grease on there will help things out quite a bit the next time you have to take them off. So that's your tip for getting those off, and will prevent maintenance. Throw a little grease on there, so when you put them back on that button and snap them back in, they won't give you an issue when you're trying to get them back off. Alright, now to the linkage. We'll get the linkage off, take a look. Okay, so that wasn't too bad. Just 3 bolts. One there, the bottom one right there, and then one over here, which mounts right there, right here, the one on the right, the one on the left is busted off, and then that right there. So that takes the whole linkage out. I can flip this around, take a look at the back side. So that was thankfully easier than I was anticipating. So I'm going to undo that yellow wire, which is ground, and see if I can plug that harness clip back in and give her a try, see what we got. Okay, so we flip that upside down and see what we got. The yellow one, he has, previous owner has hooked up to the hot side, so that's the farthest one over here is your hot, and then the alligator he just put on the ground, so that single one is your ground, which makes sense. So over here on the original connectors, this little one is your ground, and this big one here is for the power. And it also has other clips, so you can use you know, your delay and your low speed, high speed. So that's what all those pins are for. So that's the layout. That's what they come as. Okay, so I was looking at different things, looking at YouTube videos, other ones, and couldn't quite figure out what was going on. The fuse, the yellow one on the top row, is for the wipers, and previous owner had the backup lights and LED accessory lights with one of these onto that fuse, which is not a good idea because in the wintertime you're using your wipers quite a bit and they're getting a lot of duty cycle. They're being run a lot, and to tack another load onto that fuse for the fog lights and whatnot really puts a draw on that, and might damage the multifunction switch. So I'm going to find a new place to hook this up to. I may just even use a fusible link. So I tried the multifunction switch. I hit my voltmeter on this at different spots. This one right here, the red one, that's power, and most of the ones in this back row are live or have power. I'm guessing when you turn various things on, that transfers the power to the second row of wires. I was digging through my Haynes manual, and it has the diagram for what all each of those contacts are, so if you have problems, check that out. And while I was looking at that manual, I had a video going, and I checked this is the fuse box relay box under the hood. I checked this one, which is a wiper motor relay, and I replaced it with like ones, same size and diagram, or same format, which is tranny relay and security. I switched them around to see if maybe it was a relay. Didn't work, didn't change a thing. So I was watching a video of Shane's Main Shop. That's all one word. He was working on his dually, and he mentioned a ground issue. So if you remember, this here had that little one is for the ground, and then that other coupler is for the on and off, the slow, the fast, and the intermittent settings. So come to find out, the previous owner was kind of onto something. So based on what Shane did to fix his truck, I took that toggle switch, plugged it into the ground that was in there previously, and I took that ground right to the battery like it was before, and you can see the old switch is still in there. So let's turn the wipers on and see what we got. Oh, hallelujah. There's the intermittent. There's the low speed. And there's high speed. So, just like his truck, mine was a bad ground. Now this one, the delay, wiper delay seems to be a little spotty, but I will take it. So if you are having problems, check the fuse box, check the multifunction switch, check your wiring. Another guy, I forget, he was working on a customer's red Dodge. He was jiggling and moving around the harness looms, you know, especially the ones that go through the firewall. Jiggle all your wires around gently. And then last but not least, definitely check your ground. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run a ground, probably from the clip on the back of there, either to the mounting hole. If it works, it works. If not, I will drill a hole in this cowl, scrape the metal away, put a little dielectric grease on it, and put a self-tapper in to ground it to that. So thank God, you know, we got snow coming in 2 days, and I'm still trying to work on this and get everything finalized. You know, this is my backup truck, so actually I probably won't need it in 2 days, but it's nice to have it done before the season. So, you know, I just got this truck about a month ago. So, ground issue, check that, run it straight to ground, see if that fixes your problem. Because I knew it wasn't the wiper motor because he had it hooked up directly before and it worked. And I checked continuity on the loom, on the plug coming out of the factory wires, and I had nothing. So it was that lone ground wire. So there you go, campers. I hope that helps somebody. Peace out.